You know, all that talk about how Barack Obama was going to be the post-racial president, and Barack Obama was going to be the post-partisan president and all that. And, of course, it was all bunk, because the country ended up more divided. And we have been in many, many moons under Obama, but yet look at what the Trumpster is doing here. He's out there, he's literally stealing one of the hugest coalitions of the Democrat Party, and that's organized labor. He's literally stealing it from them while they watch it happen. And this all began with the Democrats back in November of 2011 admitting that they were writing off as an electoral objective the white working class voters of America. This was an Obama initiative, and they did it. The Democrat Party made a tactical, well, actually a strategic decision to abandon the white working class because they had a grander idea. They were going to go out and they were going to appeal to all of these disparate minorities, the sexual minorities, the gender minorities, the racial minorities, the ethnic minorities, the religious minorities, the vaginal minorities. I mean, every minority you can think of, they were going to go get them all. And they couldn't do that while also appealing to the white working class, because in the Democrats' new construct, the white working class was the enemy. The white working class, white people in general, were the people doing all the discriminating against these new precious minorities. And I think what got the Democrats all hyped up on this, they believe what they read in their own media. And their own media has been touting this upcoming, approaching, can't do anything about it demographic shift in the United States, which we've heard that the demographic shift is such that the white majority's days are numbered in this country, and as an aside, justifiably so, because the white majority created all this discrimination and slavery and racism and bigotry and discrimination and Christianity. And so it's good that they're losing their problem is for the Democrats that the white population in the country is still 78%. So they maybe were a little early here. And by writing off such a huge percentage of the white working class in terms of people they're going to seek votes from, they calculated really badly. There aren't enough, even if you get all of these obscure minorities, and then even if you get all of them to show up and vote, you still are nowhere near overpowering or outnumbering the white working majority that you have just sent packing. And we're seeing the results of this. As I keep telling you, the Democrats have just lost electoral seat after, they're down over 1,200 seats, starting with the 2010 midterms. And they only have 16 governorships in the country. And now, have you heard what is happening in the race for the new chair of the Democrat National? Yeah, I'm going to get to all this Trump stuff. Just hang on, folks. I'll tell you something. What Trump's doing is amazing. But I am also focused on the opposition. And because I find that's where the fun is. That's when liberals are out of power, that's when they get funny, and that's when it's safe to laugh at them, always keeping them at arm's length. But if you doubt what I have just said, from the Daily Caller, we have the audio, we're working on getting it now. Sally Boynton Brown, a white woman running for chair of the Democrat National Committee. In other words, the person going to head up the entire Democrat Party, the DNC, the job formerly held by Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz. Sally Boynton Brown said yesterday that if she is chosen to lead the party, her job will be to, quote, shut other white people down. Quote, my job is to shut other white people down when they want to interrupt, Brown said during a DNC candidate forum. My job is to shut other white people down when they want to say, oh, no, I'm not prejudiced. I'm a Democrat. I'm accepting, Brown bellowed during the forum, which was hosted by Joy Reid at PMS NBC. She began her 3-minute pitch by chiding white Democrat leaders over what she said is the party's failure to discuss the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, there's a winning majority movement for you. And this is the Democrat Party today. The white majority is the focus of evil, and now the person that wants to head the DNC, and she's not the only one. Some of these other candidates also have the same attitude. So the Democrats look like they're about ready to make this official, not just an Obama campaign strategy, but now an official movement to discard fully, well, I don't know what percentage, 77% of the white population, what percentage of that is white working class, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they just throw it away. In exchange for what they hope for is this demographic shift. It's going to make all these minorities, when you add them up, the new majority. And all they're doing is alienating their own constituency. You realize one of the bulk majorities of the or groups in the white working class is union people. And the Democrat Party has owned them forever, frustratingly so. And now Donald Trump is literally stealing some of these union people right out from under the Democrats while they look at it happen and apparently don't have any problem with it. I mean, it's anybody headed to post-partisan America here looks like Donald Trump. Now, I realize, don't jump to any conclusions. I realize some of you might be saying, wait, just a minute, Rush. I hope you are not all in on this. I know what you're saying. Trump, a Republican, gaining the praise and favor of union leaders who are questionable. I mean, we've had our problems with them. Are you sure you want to jump all? I'm not jumping in on it, folks. I'm just telling you what's going on here. I think it's fascinating to watch. It is, and I tell you, official Washington, if you watched Fox last night, if you watched CNN, there was a narrative. And the narrative, Trump had the greatest day of his presidency yesterday. The narrative is this, that Trump had a horrible day Saturday. I mean, virtually everybody on Fox, it didn't matter how many panelists they had, every panelist said the same thing. Trump had a horrible day Saturday. Oh, my God, it was embarrassing. First Spicer, then Trump goes over to the CIA. Oh, it was just embarrassingly bad. We were all and then yesterday came, and they said Trump got a second chance at his first day, and Monday was his real first day. We'll throw Saturday out. And what they were talking about was just what a great day. I mean, from the morning till the night, Trump, agenda after agenda, meeting after meeting, stole the unions, Trans-Pacific Partnership sent packing. This morning, the Keystone Pipeline and the Dakota thing also sent packing. And it is monumental. He's just signing executive orders. He's reading them before he signs them. I noticed that. He's actually reading these things. That's good. That's good. Obama didn't read them. I didn't see him read them. He just put the John Henry in front. Actually taking the time to read these things. And he doesn't ask an aide what he's signing. He reads it and then reads it to people, reads it to the media, reads it and then signs it, puts his signature on there. But it is, I mean, the politics of this are just flat out stunning. And I think much of this is what a lot of Trump supporters foresaw. I think a lot of people supported Trump knowing full well or hoping full well that this is the kind of thing that would happen. Because I think one of the things that's not quite understood by the drive-bys as they look at people that supported Trump, they look at people that attended Trump rallies, they still don't know what they're dealing with. They don't know what they're dealing with in Trump yet, I still maintain, but they're really, really out to lunch when it comes to Trump supporters. They have no idea. They are wrong in many of their assessments about why Trump supporters support Trump. And the one thing they leave out, I mean, they get some of it right. The one thing they leave out, they have no clue. They think they do, but they don't know precisely just how much opposition there is to the Democrat Party in Trump supporters. They haven't the slightest idea. They are underestimating that aspect of the Trump support base. They are underestimating the animosity that Trump supporters have for liberalism and for the Democrat Party and what they have done to this country. It's a combination. Trump supporters are a combination of things. There's varying degrees of literal support, visceral support for Trump. And there are Trump supporters who support him for those reasons, plus they just have had it. They have had their fill of the destruction that has been brought about by the Democrat Party. And I can go down the list, you know the things, Obamacare, immigration, taxes. That leads back to Obamacare, economic stagnation, and the focus. Let's not forget to mention this. Many people who support Trump are very much aware that the Democrat Party considers them the enemy in this country, the white working class. The Democrat Party has signaled them as the enemy. They have politically behaved as though they're the enemy. And the white working class is very much aware that the Democrat Party considers them the enemy or the problem, the location, the focal point of all the supposed wrongs and ills in our country, racism, bigotry, sexism, homophobia, all of those things. They are headquartered in the white working class. And the white working class is very much aware of it. The Democrats are digging their grave each and every day while they think they are rebuilding. And it's great to watch. And there's our old buddy Jonathan Martin, who used to be a Politico, who occasionally would send me an email asking for a contribution for me if the story was right. Doesn't do that much anymore. It's okay. No big deal. He's not the New York Times. And there's a piece in the New York Times by Jonathan Martin today about how the Democrats are going to come back, how the Democrats are going to rebuild, what the Democrats are going to do to put it all back together, what the Democrats are going to do to start winning elections, starting in the midterms in 2018. The headline, Angry Democrats Study the Tea Party's Playbook. Are you kidding me? I read this story, and I started laughing, and I started cheering, and I was at the same time incredulous. Angry Democrats study the Tea Party's playbook. Now, what are they going to learn from it? See, that's always, they can study it all they want. But what are they going to learn from it? Well, let's investigate here. Freshly energized protesters are taking to the streets. Members of Congress are being confronted in their districts by constituents angry over health care, and wealthy donors are turning fear into action. 8 years after Republicans united after a stinging electoral defeat to oppose Obama, Democrats are channeling an even deeper anxiety over Trump and a far shallower defeat into a newfound burst of organizing. And what the next paragraph says is that the Democrats hope to create a Tea Party equivalent from the left. Now, wait a minute. I know what you're all saying. Wait. What about Occupy Wall Street? I thought that's what that was. Occupy Wall Street. Remember when the Tea Party sprang to life, the Democrats went out and created Occupy Wall Street and tried to tell us that it was organic. And it wasn't. They bought it. They paid for it. They organized it. They cherry-picked it. There was nothing organic or natural about Occupy Wall Street. Why do the Democrats need to do anything? They already have Occupy Wall Street, and they've got Black Lives Matter. Well, apparently, Occupy Wall Street's days have come to a close. It had a specific time frame and agenda, and now Occupy Wall Street's over. But the Tea Party isn't. The first mistake the Democrats are making, the Republicans did not create the Tea Party. Right here in this story, angry Democrats study Tea Party playbook. What they're missing, they can study it all they want. What they're missing is something they will never admit. The Tea Party is genuinely organic. It sprang up out of middle America. It had no congressional or Republican Party membership. There were no ties. The Tea Party had nothing to do. In fact, the Tea Party was as much opposed to the Republican establishment as it was the Democrat establishment. The Republican Party didn't create the Tea Party. The Republican Party didn't organize the Tea Party to go out and do its bidding. The Tea Party existed despite both political establishments. So the Democrats are going to go out and create a Tea Party equivalent when they've already done it. Occupy Wall Street. They tried it again with Black Lives Matter. It isn't going to work. It isn't going to work because it isn't natural. It's like asking people to call Washington, give them a phone number, call Washington, raise hell, and then people do it. That's not organic. If you have to tell people to call Washington, then it otherwise would not have happened, right? So that's why I've never participated in telling people to call Washington. Only did it once to demonstrate what would happen if I did, because it isn't real. The Tea Party was real. Real people who'd never been in politics before, fed up with what was happening, organized, got involved. There's none of that on the Democrat side. I mean, that already doesn't exist. So they want to create what they think was phony. The Tea Party to them was a political construct, Republican Party behind it. They're clueless. They remain clueless. Not that they're no longer dangerous. Don't misunderstand. They're clueless. Anyway, that sets the table. We have lots to do today, a lot to explain, a lot to unfold, a lot to uncover. We continue after this. Don't go anywhere.